Hi interwebs, it's me, Jurassic Junkie, and it's the guy that always says, I'm gonna do more videos, and then he forgets to do videos because he's a plonker. But yeah, I've been super busy. I've said it every time, so I'm not even gonna say it anymore. But anyway, obviously you can probably guess why I'm doing a video, and it's because Nintendo's just announced Nintendo Switch. And I've just this second watched it, probably about 2 minutes ago. And I thought, yeah, I need to grab the camera and just have a quick chat about it because I am fucking impressed. It looks a very smart piece of kit. So, yeah, the first thing which annoyed me is Nintendo says, come back to Nintendo Co UK and we'll show you at 3 o'clock. And I was like, right, so I've got two computer screens. So I had Nintendo Co UK and Nintendo.com, and both of them sat there refreshing because I thought, for one, I'm going to be doing a price check website for it, and I want to get the domain nice and early before someone steals it. So I've got my server thing open, ready to order the domain. I thought, while I'm at it, I might be able to nab a couple of the other domains. So I'm sat there refreshing up until about 10 minutes past, and I thought, oh, I don't know why it's not up yet. And I went down to Jo, I said, you seen it yet? She went, yeah, I already saw it on Twitter. I was like, bastard! So all the good domains was already snapped up. But anyway, to talk about the actual console, yeah, I am quite impressed because first of all, we had that rumour that it was going to be some form of console slash handheld device, and it is exactly what we said it was going to be. But I just really like the way it works. The idea that obviously, first of all, the thing that kind of shocked me, because Jo was over my shoulder while I was watching it, we watched obviously the 2 minutes of it, and I said, this actually doesn't feel like a Nintendo product. Now, apart from the actual console, if you call it that, it's more of a docking station. Ignore that because that's not particularly pretty, but it doesn't need to be because that's going to be just sat behind your TV. The actual handheld itself doesn't feel a Nintendo product because it looked clean and classic and very, very nice. And Nintendo's normally bubbly and childish kind of thing, and this looked very clean and sophisticated. So straight away I was like, this looks a very nice piece of kit, and I really love the fact that it's a very big screen and you've got the actual sides to it, and you can just snap them off and use them as controllers. Now, yes, granted, these controllers look like they've got limited functionality. You've got an analog stick and 4 buttons, but I don't see myself playing this game and taking one controller off and giving it Jo and one for me, and me playing the most epic, complex game in the entire world. I want to play things like Mario Kart, and the idea of just having a few of these buttons would suit that perfectly. And obviously, if it is a more complex game, you're going to be using both the controllers. So I like how it's snapped off. I like how they've got a new controller, which just looks to be like a normal standard controller, so that's fine. But they also managed to snap the sides off the screen and put it onto another base and make that into a weird controller, which I assume is going to have some touch features on it as well. So it's quite interesting. There's several things you can do with it. And I just really like it showing you the guy on the plane. He just ripped the control pads off, put it down, brought that little dock thing out the back of it, which just looked nice. It was just clean, and put it down and used it as a TV screen to like watch movies and stuff. And I think it is a very clever way they're doing it. The only thing that it leaves me now is a couple of questions as to how this actually works. Now, we're seeing them put a cartridge in the actual handheld, so I'm going to guess, seems you have to put the handheld in the dock to put it onto a screen. I'm going to assume the handheld actually does majority of this grunt work, because I wouldn't see then taking out the actual cartridge out of the handheld and then putting it into the dock, even though you've put the handheld in the dock. So I assume the dock won't allow you to load games into it. It'll have to be done with a handheld. And if that's the case, how does it stand with power? Because if the handheld obviously is going to do its graphics, and they'll look pretty good, but I'm going to take anything with a pinch of salt at this stage, because you don't know exactly what it's going to look like. But the point is, does that mean the graphics, what are shown on the handheld, are going to be the same once docked? Is it just pretty much a connection to the TV? But then again, if it is, that dock looked pretty big to just be a connection to the TV. So will it give it a bit more juice and upscale the graphics? So I don't quite know what's happening with that. And the other thing that really I need to know more about is, it's got me to the point that I really want one. But the good thing is, Joe's a Nintendo fan, you can see behind me here. So the chances of us getting one is very high. But I wanted to know, can I buy a separate handheld? So for instance, if Mario Kart comes out, yes, we could both play it on the screen together. split screen, or we could use it on the handheld and both have a controller each. But at one point, if I decided that I wanted my dedicated one, would I be able to buy just the handheld instead of buying the old console package? Because I don't want 2 Switch consoles, but I want my 2 Switch handhelds. So I'm curious to see what parts you can buy individually. I assume the bits that snap off the side, you're gonna hopefully be able to buy them, because I can see them getting lost quite easily. No fault of Nintendo, I'm just saying things like that would get lost. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Is this just a cartridge based system, and is it only to be loaded via the actual screen and then to be docked? What's the power of it really? I hope they're going to hit around about the same graphics of Xbox and PlayStation. Not because I'm a power whore, but because it would make it a hell of a lot easier for third-party developers to bring their games over to a system that kind of kicks out around about the same graphics. If it's a lot lower, then they're gonna have to downgrade it, and some of them like can't be arsed, and then we might get into that Wii U era where nobody really supported it. So I hope it's got a bit of power. If it doesn't, I don't care. More than anything, I want the support for it. So as long as everyone supports it, I don't give a shit about the graphics, but hopefully the graphics will bring over the support. So we'll see. But yes, very interesting. And as I said, it's shocked me, not because I want one. It's when new technology comes out, I always get quite excited, but I want one because it looks clean, sophisticated. It doesn't look Nintendo to me. So yeah, it's a different kind of thing I expected them to release. But yeah, very, very smart. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Apologise, I haven't been doing many videos, but I am up to my neck in workload at the moment, and Battlefield's just come out. I've got that behind me. I've installed it. I haven't even played it yet, so I'm trying to get as much work done as I can, because I know round about 6 o'clock all the lads are going to be coming home and we're all going to be playing Battlefield all night. So I'm going to crack on. I'm going to love you and leave you. So yes, what do you all think about the Nintendo Switch? Cheers guys, bye.